Okay, we're going to attach our style sheet that we created in the previous movies to the table page that we created in one of the previous movies to show you how you can apply external styles from a style sheet to other pages in your site. So we're going to go over here and click on Attach Style Sheet in the CSS Styles tab in the CSS panel, and we're going to find Tuffet's main. It's already there because it's the last thing we added. We're going to say OK, and now the page is linked. You'll notice that our body copy changed. What we want to change though here is this where to find Tuffet's near your home. So let's select the text, come down to the Properties Inspector. We're going to change the format from None to Heading 3, and you'll notice that it's changed now. And also, while we have it selected, we want to go ahead and center this text. But notice that centering the text has no effect on the style. Okay, now we're going to add some formatting to the cells of our table. So we're going to click within one of the cells. We're going to come down to the Tag Inspector and select TD to make sure it's selected. We're going to go over to our CSS Styles tab, and we're going to click on New CSS Rule. And we're going to bring it up. Notice that it's got tag checked, and the tag that we're going to apply it to is going to be the TD tag, which is the cell tag, and we're going to define it in main.tuffets.css, our style sheet that we've just attached. So we say OK. This brings up our dialog box, and we're going to make some changes to the font. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to select Verdana Arial Helvetica. We're going to change the size to be let's apply that to see how it works first. Notice that it's changed it. We're going to reduce that font just a little bit. It looks a little large, so we're going to select size, make it 10. We're going to hit apply so we can see how that looks. That's looking a little better, but let's go ahead and make it bold as well. So we're going to click on weight and bold, hit apply, and see the change. Looking good so far. Now we're going to alter the alignment of the text. So we're going to go over to the category and we're going to select block, and we're going to change the vertical alignment to baseline and the text align to left. We're going to hit apply and see how everything moves. Looking good. Notice that it also affected our heading 3 tag in the heading because that's in the TD cell. It's in a TD tag, and we're going to say OK, and now you'll see your new tag up in the CSS style list. Okay, in this last step, what we're going to do is we're going to create a style that is not based on an HTML tag. In other words, we're going to create something called a class style. So we're going to start by going over into our main Tuffets CSS file, and we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to create a new CSS rule. And instead of it being based on a tag, this one is going to be called based on a class so that it can apply to any tag. And in the name field, we're going to type in dot red. Actually, we don't type in the dot. Sorry, just type in red ital. Okay. Make sure that our main Tuffets is selected, and we're going to say OK. And then for a color, we're going to pick a bright red. Say CC000, and for the style we're going to pick italic, and then we're just going to say OK. So now if you look over in our styles, you'll see that there's a red ital and it shows the properties there. And if we come over to our page and we select some text, and we go down to the property inspector, to the style. If we click on it, you'll see that we have red plain and red Ital. We're going to pick red Ital and apply it, and now notice that our text is in red and is in italics. Okay, at this point be sure and save your sheet to avoid any heartache, and we'll be on to the next movie. So file, save, actually file, save all, so that you'll save your style sheet as well, and see you in the next movie.